Hehehe, my wife was so cute. Hello guys, it's been an honor to participate in the Endfield media launch event, and to have the opportunity to do an early playtest before the actual beta test too. It was only around a 5-hour playtest, so I couldn't try everything, but let me introduce you to the game based on what I tried. Let's begin with the character development. Each character has their own class, so they will have their specific job. For example, Vanguards focus on recovering skill points, while Guards and Casters are the main DPS, etc, etc. Each operator has 4 main attributes: Strength, Agility, Intellect, and Will. One of them will be the main attribute and another one will be the secondary attribute. By increasing these stat attributes, you'll increase the core statistics of the operator, such as HP, attack, defense, and so on. In this beta test, the operator level cap is 99 after the final elite promotion. Elite promotions are still divided into 4 checkpoints. By increasing an operator's elite promotion, you'll unlock new passive skills and increase their combat skills level cap. A skill can be leveled up to rank 9, and then there are 3 mastery levels, which requires farmable materials and a unique material called the Mark of Perseverance, obtainable through events. Each operator has 5 potentials. To increase the potential, you'll need to find a duplicate of the character you own. Don't worry too much about it. From what I've seen with the different operators, the potential system mainly buffs the operator's DPS output, and does not limit their playstyle. Let's make an example with Gilbert. Potential 1 slightly increases the radius of her skill. Potential 2 increases the art's increases her art's blah 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 based on vulnerable stacks. Potential 3 increases the ultimate gain efficiency. Potential 4 decreases the ultimate cost by 15%, while Potential 5 slightly decreases the cooldown of her combo skill and increases its damage. Or let's check Leviathan. As you can see, the potential effects mainly affect final DPS, but do not change the operator's core playstyle. It may slightly alter the rotation because of the skill points consumption, skill points recover, or ultimate cost, etc. But the operator's core mechanic, core gameplay, remains the same. Let's talk about the other 2 very important parts: the weapon system and its feature, the essence system, and the gear system. Let's start with the easy one, the gear system. Each operator can equip 4 gears: 1 armor, 1 glove, and 2 kit gears. The tactical items are just consumables used during combat. First of all, don't worry too much about the gear system. It's not like the artifact or relic system from other gacha games. They have fixed statistics, so no RNG is involved here. Most gears have set effects. When equipping 3 pieces from the same set, you activate the set's effect, granting powerful buffs. Some pieces are non-set pieces, meaning they don't have a set effect. You may ask, then why does Ivan's armor have different stats compared to Pogra, Nichnik's? One has basic attack damage bonus, while the other one has a battle skill damage bonus. Is that RNG? No. As you can see, most gears set have multiple parts. They provide the same set effects, but have different stats. You can choose which one to craft and give it to the operator you want, making the set more flexible for all operators. Here I crafted a knife, and the final stats are exactly as shown in its preview. Now you may be wondering about this strange symbol. What is that? Is that RNG? Yes and no. Don't panic. Let me introduce you to the new feature implemented in the gear system, the gear artificing. When you craft a gear, it will have fixed stats, right? Those stats can be further leveled up by a fixed amount. To do this, you'll need to offer another piece of gear and a catalyst. which can be obtained through the local shop using the stock bills earned from the outpost. In short, you just sell items you've crafted from your base to get those bills, and then use them to buy catalysts or other items. The only RNG part here is the success rate. Yes, artificing can fail. When it fails, you lose the cost gear and the catalyst, but you get some bills back as compensation. Personally, I think this design is fair, because you only lose the cost gear, not the main one. So, with some base grinding, you can min-max your gear easily. Now, the weapon and essence system. Each operator can equip a weapon. Just like an operator, weapons also have potentials, but let's talk about that later. A weapon has 3 main statistics, 2 stats boosts and 1 skill. Each of these can be leveled up to 9. By default, the weapon boosts starts at level 1, and the 2 stats boosts are kept at level 3 initially. By tuning the weapon, you can increase the level of one stat boost by 1 and raise the level cap of both boosts. Meaning, at tuning level 4, which is the maximum, you can have both stats boost at level 3 with a level cap of 9. The skill is always kept at level 4, and to increase the skill cap, you'll need to increase the weapon's potential. Each potential increases the skill cap by 1. You may ask, then how do we reach level 9 on the stats and the skills? Good question. The answer is Essence. The Essence system is the true endgame in Endfield. When you defeat enemies or clear energy alluvium, you obtain Essence, with the random stats and the skill buffs. The best Essence can give plus 6 on both stat boosts and plus 3 on the skill boosts. Now someone might say, oh, this is bullshit, it's just like the artifacts farming, even worse! Alright, let's calm down. Let me explain the new mechanic, Essence Etching. Just like the gear artificing, you can try to level up a specific boost on your Essence. It costs another Essence and a bit of luck, as the success rates are pretty low if you want a perfect one. But with enough Essence, this is totally doable, and that's why I say this will be the endgame farming. So, to get a perfect Essence, first find a good base Essence with all 3 boosts that fit your weapon, preferably at high initial levels. Then use other Essence to etch and max it out. The game also helps the player through the engraving permit, a special item that lets you lock in the boosts you want when farming them from the energy alluvium, so you have a higher chance to get the essence you want. That's all for the character development related content. They also improved the combat system. It feels smoother and more immersive, with stronger boss attacks, better combat effects, cooler animations, and the rework about the physical status and art reactions makes it very cool. The mechanics are mainly the same as in the previous beta. You control one main character while the others are controlled by AI. Each operator has the base skill, an ultimate skill, and a basic attack combo. By using your base or combo skill, you charge the ultimate bar. When it's full, just hold the skill button to unleash it. We mentioned combo skills. These are special skills that can be triggered when specific conditions are met. They are very important in Endfield's squad building system. You'll want to create a team with a strong synergy to easily trigger combo skills and of course to trigger physical status and proper art reactions based on your main character and what type of squad you want to play. Be careful and do not underestimate enemies too. Sometimes, especially against the bosses, a small mistake will lead to a bad situation. Here, for example, I lost the sight of the boss for a moment, just a moment, and she did a full combo that killed my Leviathan. Let me show you some combat clips. Try to feel it for yourself.
私に続け、進軍せよ。終局の始まりだ。良好など通じるか。
If you want to see more combat content, just check the video in the description and the pinned comment. As for the story, since the time was limited, I only managed to try it myself, and I can tell you that it got a very big enhancement. The story itself got some changes, and the presentation of the story is super smooth. Just stay tuned and check it yourself with me at the beta test 2, happening soon. For the base, I didn't get enough time to test it, but the core is basically the same as the previous beta test, with good quality of life changes and the addition of the blueprint, which can help a lot of players who don't have time to build the base themselves. Once you complete the tutorial about a certain machine, it will unlock a small blueprint about that machine, making the tutorial more rewardable and helping players to understand how it works. There are a lot of stuffs I couldn't try because of time, but I can tell the game improved a lot from the last beta. Can't wait for the beta test 2 to begin, so I can try everything with calm with you guys. Well, it was a very nice and unique and fun experience. Hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one. Bye!